great food on the show today. Here with a recipe that you can make for dinner tonight. Welcome back to the studio, Suzette Husseini.
Hello.
Yay! That's so great.
Oh, it's so nice to be back in the kitchen. It's been 2 years since I've seen you in the flesh.
In the flesh, because we were in your kitchen in Ottawa, right?
That's right. You came a couple of times and visited me in my kitchen. Yes.
That's good. So what are you going to make for us today?
I'm going to be making a quintessential Palestinian dish called moussakhan.
Moussakhan.
That's amazing from the first time.
That's
amazing.
I did. What does that mean?
It's a caramelized onion tart. Moussakhan literally means heated through in Arabic.
Okay.
But it's a traditional dish that would traditionally be made not the same way I'm going to do it exactly. It's on big flatbreads. It's a celebration of the olive oil harvest.
Okay.
So the olive oil plays an integral part here.
Okay, take it away.
So I'm not going to do the flatbread. I'm going to do a pastry. Okay, a short crust pastry. So here in this bowl, I have flour, sugar, salt, cold butter.
Which is key.
If you want nice flaky pastry, it has to be cold. And then with my fingers, I'm going to rub it up in. And then eventually what I do is I add in the ice water, mix it together, and just for sake of it'll be mixed together. It comes into a dough, and then I roll it out onto a tart dish.
So it has to be ice water too.
Yes, everything has to be cold. Even the flour has to be cold.
Okay.
Now here, under this, I have the tart that I have already made and rolled out, and it's ready to go into the oven to blind bake.
Yeah.
So I'm putting my beans in here.
Yeah.
Putting it in a preheated oven. All right.
And the beans are for?
They're there so that the pastry doesn't puff up.
Right.
Okay, so it keeps it intact.
Okay.
So we want a pretty tart. So that's my base. Now, to my base, while that's baking, I'm going to prepare the chicken because there's a chicken element in the caramelized onion tart. This is the traditional way we would make it. 2 chicken breasts here. I'm going to add some olive oil. See, olive oil is really the key in this dish. This is a dish that would have been made when they first pressed the olive oil, and this is no time to get the bad stuff. Like this is
good stuff.
Good olive oil, the best that you can afford.
Yeah.
Black pepper, salt, a little paprika. And then a special berry spice called sumac. And it's not the poisonous kind.
Yeah.
This is the kind that is actually edible. And it is tart, and it's almost lemony. And it gives a nice lemony taste to chicken. And that's a secret ingredient as well in the onions. You'll see in a minute.
Okay, great.
This goes in the oven to bake, or to roast, okay?
For how long?
Well, probably about 40 minutes for those to do. And that is that. So while that is baking, I'm going to get on with the onions. Now, the caramelized onions require, again, this golden, beautiful olive oil.
Wow, that's a lot of olive oil.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the harvest.
The harvest, exactly. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And don't be scared by the quantity, because what happens here, what needs to happen is these onions, and I've got a copious amount of onions here.
Yes, you do.
Okay, and I've used Vidalia onions that are sweet.
They're sweet.
They all go in, and you're basically cooking this long and slow. So it's almost like confit. So you want them to get soft and tender and sweet, so all the sweetness comes out of them.
Right.
I add a little bit of garlic as well, just some sliced garlic to give it some nice savory taste, and some salt. And then the last ingredient, again, it's that sumac. Now, somebody very smart figured out that on top of really sweet onions, you need something that is acidic and sour to balance the sweetness. So sweet and sour is what we're playing with here. So you basically leave this alone while you get on doing something else, okay? And wait till it becomes soft and tender. Now, for the sake of brevity, we've already made it. Once it's cooked, we put it in a colander and then allow all the excess oil to come down.
Okay.
So this is completely finished. This is the result of all that cooking.
Look at that.
Okay, now I'm going to actually
start bathed in beautiful
in olive oil. It was exactly anointed, as they say.
So, and I love the color of it too.
Yeah, it becomes sort of brown. Yeah, that's from the sumac. Exactly. So the way I'm just going to take this off so that we don't make too much noise. The way I bring this together.
Now, do we wait till that?
Yes, of course. That tart is baked. I made one in advance.
Yes, right.
So this is baked and ready to go.
And to cool down a bit.
It's cooled down. It could be warm. It doesn't matter
Okay.
because this dish you can eat actually hot, room temperature, or cold.
Yeah,
You can eat it because it's olive oil. There's nothing that's going, it's not like butter, right?
Right.
So what I do is I create a beautiful bed by just putting my caramelized onion.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know this is not the traditional way, and I'm sure there are people right now watching me probably looking at me like this. Hey, Suzanne, that's not the way we do مسخن. But this is one way that I found it very delightful and approachable, and people will probably want to make.
Yes.
And easy
Okay.
to do.
That's what
and
we
if you don't
appreciate
want to
here.
make your own pastry, you can buy it.
Yeah, that's right. That's
it's
right.
one way of doing it.
Then-
Then I lay the beautiful roasted chicken
Okay.
on top
Yeah.
like this.
Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah.
And then always it has toasted pine nuts. That is traditional as well. Okay. And then here I have some thyme leaves, or in Arabic we call it zatar. There's another word
Wait,
for you.
what is it?
Zatar.
Za'atar.
Zatar with an R.
Zatar.
Yes. So that those are also ingredients.
Okay.
And that,
There you
that
have
would be it. And of course a few
Oh, yeah.
pomegranates
That's
just
pretty.
to finish it off. And that is my مسخن tart.
Beautiful. Now,
Nice.
next up is
Next-
the watermelon halloumi salad on the side.
Exactly. So we start first by making a dressing.
Yes.
So the dressing is hydrated raisins.
Now, what do you mean by that? You
I
soak
put
them.
hot water, I soak them
Yeah.
so that they plump up.
Right.
Same thing with apricots. I done the exact same thing. Olive oil.
It just, like for any time when you hydrate something like that, like
Yes.
for any kind of baking, it's better to do it that way, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because it makes it soft,
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
it's not something chewy.
Yeah.
A little bit of garlic. I put salt in there as well, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Okay, so here I'm playing on the sweet and the sour and the acid. So we whiz this up, and
Right.
then I have one here ready-made. So
Look at
this is going
that.
to be the result of that beautiful dressing.
That's beautiful.
Okay, dressing is ready. I'm going to shift over here, and we're going to do the halloumi. Now, halloumi cheese is very special because the way it's made, and this is special also because I made it. It's homemade halloumi cheese.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a technique to it, to making it so that you are able to fry it, grill it, bake it. It doesn't melt like mozzarella. It actually can withstand the high heat. This is made with pure sheep's milk that I get from my farm, and basically it's cheese, and it's beautiful. It'll caramelize, and you will see what I'm talking about. Now here, I have not just regular butter, but clarified butter.
Yeah.
Do you know how to make clarified
No,
butter?
I don't, but I want you to explain to everybody what clarified butter is.
Clarified butter is simmering the butter down until you have a pure butter and you've taken away all the milk solids. So as a result, it makes the whatever it is that you're cooking have a high smoking point.
Yeah.
So there's no need for, okay, have we lost heat here? Okay, let's move it over here then. Here. Okay, so it has a high smoking point, so it's not going to burn.
Right.
If the butter was just the same, it would have all the milk solids and it would
It
burn.
would burn,
This
yeah.
way it doesn't.
Okay,
It's just
that's a
pure
good
butter.
point, yeah.
So I basically want to fry this, and in a minute it'll start to sizzle.
Yeah.
While it's doing that, I'm going to just shift over here, and I'm going to show you.
So how long
I
on
put
each
it
side do you
together.
think? Like, make 3 minutes each
Well,
side? do you
here it
think?
is. It started to sizzle already. Okay, it's not going to take longer than 2 minutes on either side.
Okay.
You're basically caramelizing. So that's the word of the day today: caramelizing onions, and we're caramelizing
Yeah.
this as well.
Right.
So I'm just looking for a nice crispy crust that's going to happen in front of your eyes. Let me see here. Not quite. And I've already marinated this halloumi cheese with orange zest and lemon zest, olive oil, and orange juice and lemon juice, just to give it a nice
Don't worry, the
flavor.
recipes are on Maryland.ca.
Maryland.ca, they're
That's right.
always there, and they're foolproof, I can
Yeah.
guarantee.
I know.
Okay.
She's got a kitchen that's a test kitchen, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, thank
They
you.
do.
And I do a lot on YouTube and
Yes, you
Instagram.
do.
That
You do.
is sort of my thing as
Well,
well.
that's good. It opens up people's kind of thoughts on, how to make something, or if they've
Exactly.
never
Exactly.
done this before, you know how to do it, and easily too.
Exactly. Do you see already
Yes.
a little bit of caramelization?
Yep, I sure do.
How are
Yep.
we doing on time, Marilyn?
We have 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to scoot over to here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to build this. Now, that beautiful dressing that we started off, I just create a little bed
Beautiful.
right there, and
Yeah.
that's very expensive right now. When you do that in a restaurant, when you do the swirl,
Yeah.
it becomes very expensive. You know what I mean?
That's an
Price
expensive
just went
swirl.
up.
Say, you know what? I'd like to have this dessert without the swirl. $5 off.
And that's a good point. Actually,
Yeah.
this could be dessert or it could be a starter
Yeah.
or something
Right.
fresh for the summer.
Beautiful.
Piece of watermelon,
yeah.
nice cold watermelon, and then this is the result of the caramelizing here.
Right.
So I put that piece on top, okay? And then I've got some beautiful microgreens
Pretty.
here that go on top.
Microgreens. You know,
Yes.
when you pass by them in the grocery store, what am I gonna use it for?
This is
That's
what you
do.
use them
Always
for.
makes people,
Yes.
it
and
makes
this-
dishes look good.
Absolutely.
And you got what?
This is toasted almonds,
Okay.
just to give you a nice little crunch.
Yeah.
And I have a little bit of pomegranates, and then sometimes I like to just drizzle
Oh, yeah.
a little bit of olive oil. Now, this is a beautiful summer salad to have with this caramelized almond tart or
Yeah.
at your next
Let's
barbecue.
put it right here so we take
And
a
I'm gonna
good
put
look
it
at it.
right here.
Suzanne,
Exactly.
thank you so
That's
much.
what it looks like.
Mouth-watering, great recipes again from you. Did you want to say anything else?
I just want to say, what is it called? Do you remember?
No, I don't. Say it again.
Moussakhan.
Moussakhan.
Yes, that's the dish.
There you go. All the recipes are on Maryland.ca. Thank you so much.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you
It
in
was a
studio.
pleasure. Thank you, Marilyn.
Always smells so good when she's here. Like the food is just, I wish she could be here. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. Delicious.